Jerit Roser and Andrew Lopez here for NOLA.com and Times-Picayune, getting ready for probably our favorite time of the year.
This is the actual most wonderful time of the year. Yeah. I don't care this is it.
When you talk about, we'll be in Lake Charles again for 2 straight weeks for the girls' semifinals and state championships, boys semifinals and state championships. Right. Then we'll come back and the NCAA tournament will be starting the following week. I don't know if you thought about that yet, but here to kind of start breaking down some of those boys' playoff matchups all the way through that top 28 tournament in, I guess, about a week and a half in Lake Charles. Brackets came out on Monday, and looking at them, some of the storylines that are there we've been talking about since we were in Lake Charles last year.
And that's the fact that you're pretty much looking at the fact that you have probably 4 heavy favorites to win state championships in Natchitoches Central in 5A, U-High in 3A, Riverside in 2A, and then Madison Prep in 1A. You know, we like you said, we mentioned this last year that barring any major injuries or any major happenings, that those 4 schools were likely to get back there. And not only are those 4 schools still heavy favorites, they're all 1 seeds.
They are who we thought they were.
They are who we thought they
were. And that means a lot to say that they could deal with those expectations. They can stay healthy. They can play to those expectations and be the 1 seeds going in. But at this point now, it's time to prove, because they could have lost games at this point, been a 2-3 seed, whatever. 1 seed's nice. They want the state championships. We've seen teams in the past that we've talked about, and you look at U-High about a decade ago, they won with a sophomore heavy team when Glenn Davis and Garrett Temple were sophomores at least. They come back and they fall just short as juniors for a team that Coach Ari Fisher said was supposed to be an unbeatable team that they had. So being heavy favorites doesn't guarantee a ring, and all these teams like being heavy favorites, but they'd much rather that ring. So I think it's still going to be a lot of fun to watch and see how it pans out.
As much fun as that's going to be, I think it's also going to be fun to watch just how wide open Class 4A is, where there is no heavy favorite. I think both of you, we went and looked through the brackets when we were trying to prepare who we thought was going to be our champions. I think we came up with maybe 11
somewhere in
11 or 12 teams that could legitimately, like, if they made it to the top 28, I'm not surprised. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to, as much as we're gonna break down what we have in these podcasts coming up. In 5, 4, 3, and 2A last year, you had 4 double-digit seeds make it through the top 28. One number 1 seed didn't make it before you went chalking, 1A, B, and C. So I'm interested to see who's going to be that team this year who really surprises us and kind of comes through. Last year you had a 28 seed, make it. So I'm kind of interested to see who that team's going to be this year.
And even last year, there was one of the 1 seeds that won, Landry Walker, was one that wasn't really consensus picked to win necessarily. And Riverside, I think people pretty well expect to win in 2A though. But as Andrew mentioned, we'll be breaking down bracket by bracket each classification with podcasts, kind of setting the table with, and then come back with another video just talking through, these are the teams we think get to the top 28. Now here's who we see taking it all home. And so that'll be something to kind of watch out for the next couple of days, and then obviously we'll be in Lake Charles for 2 weeks covering that.
2 weeks, 2 whole weeks.
Top 28 times 2, I guess.
I mean, can we mention top 28 draft 15? Yeah. I'm ultra excited about top 28 draft 15. I have to. I can't let you win again.
Yeah. We'll be doing sort of a fantasy draft setup with the guys who will be in the top 28. We'll do that, I guess, probably that Sunday night between.
I think we'll tweak some rules too.
Maybe we'll talk about it in between the 2 tournaments. So that'll be just kind of an interesting, fun way to keep up with some of the guys individually and what they're doing, as well as their team performances. Right. Basically, we'll have a lot of coverage between stories, videos, features, game coverage, photo galleries, probably.
We'll have you taken care of.
Top 28 draft all over Twitter, all that. So stick with us on NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune, and Twitter and everywhere else. For Andrew Lopez, I'm Jerit Roser.